I am actually in shock of how many millions of people are completely unaware that in 2 weeks the New World Economic Forum is voting on whether we get to keep our sovereignty, our freedom, our constitution, along with 196 other countries, including Canada. 2 weeks. I am actually...
Hello, America. It is time for a new American Revolution. 1776 of 2022. We know that we no longer have a country. We no longer have freedom of speech. We no longer have freedom of thought, exercise of religion. We live in a biomedical security state run by a bunch of tyrants like Dr. Fauci. We have a president that has clear dementia. We have no idea who's controlling him. We have no idea who he's beholden to with all his business deals in Russia and China. We no longer have a country. They don't want us to own guns. They don't want us to protect ourselves. But they also don't want us to have law enforcement. I never thought I would say this, but it is time for a new American Revolution, for freedom-loving patriots to take our country back. George Washington, he was branded as a traitor. And if at the end of the day I need to be branded as a traitor, then so be it. I'm not calling for violence, but if the shoe fits, wear it.
Shalom. Call Laimla, Yahweh.
Hey, shalom, shalom. All praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Akaha Kadash. And Abahana to the elder and the apostles of Great Mission, and who do well, a peace, blessing, and salvation. To you, Akiam, who are pushing this truth and to the four winds of the heaven, and be on the forefront of this spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise and here on yes again, as in the days of old. So it is. I see a video from the elder brother Amawanya Ibad. You see, it is entitled "In the End It Shall Speak." And if you don't know what's going on right now, the World Health Organization, which is the WHO, they want to pass what you can call them memorandum, or they want to sign a treaty of power grab the whole entire Asia, man, including America and Canada. Even Russia, if I'm not mistaken, Russia, China, all of them, man. And that's another thing we need to understand, is that all this world leader, be it Russia and China or whatever, man, the self-proclaimed as Putin from Russia, he is also a puppet. Under the New World Order, which the New World Order is being run by the elite. Even in China, you have elites too. Those elites are under the elite of the elite, and which are the 13 family. By now, we should understand who are the 13 family, man. So the WHO was set by them. Actually, Bill Gates, who is also a puppet of the elite, he have a lot of, I think it is some kind of partnership or shares in WHO. And he co a philanthropy. If that's the correct word, I think you understand what I mean. Not only that, the World Economic Forum also, they are into some agreement, shared deals, if you will, shared deals, which the UN, which is the UN that is like the image of the New World Order, man. So they are into some agreement with the UN to accelerate Agenda 21, in which Agenda 21 is Agenda 2030, so the same thing. And I want to put it out of there, man. This devil ain't gonna wait until 2030. You saw that video, I saw it yesterday, about the chariot, the size of a city, man. See, it have to a point that NASA have to cut their live stream, man. So the Lord is moving them to do something. You see, because as you know, this elite is a monthly prognosticator, man. You see, they are warlock. You see, through their technology, in which that is an advanced witchcraft from Babylon. You see, that's why they are referred to as the Chaldean, man. The nobles back then in Babylon, they are heavy into witchcraft. If you go into the book of Daniel, you will understand what I'm talking about. You see, and right now they are doing that witchcraft in a whole another level. So they know what's going on in the second heaven, and they know their time is short. So this Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, it will be accelerated. It will be on a roller coaster. So you need to back up. I see you brothers out of there. You need to trust in Yahweh Hashem Yashai. You need to fast. You see, and pray on the Lord that He keep you from the house of temptation. Don't just teach it and know the breakdown. You need to ask and beg the Lord to keep you through. And I'm going to a dream in which you will understand more what I'm talking about. You see, you need to pray to the Lord that He keep you through. And yesterday I was teaching a younger brother under me. You see, because right now I have like 3 younger brothers I am watching. They are not really GMS members, but they are brothers in which I am watching and teaching. So we are going to second Ezra, the 11th chapter, and he couldn't understand about the 80 contrary visa. You see, and I was telling him that if you can't understand a certain breakdown, especially second Ezra, the 11th chapter, because that's history. You see, that is substantiated to understand history, in which it is written in the Bible, because that is history. It is a face booster. It helps you understand that what you are dealing with is not a joke, because second Ezra, the 11th chapter, was written even before Greece came to power. You see? So that's the face booster, man, to know that everything was written to the T. Even the Caesars which are spoken in their behavior, see how wrong they ruled, it is to the T. So, but if you can't understand that, don't worry about that. Nobody will get destroyed for not understanding a certain breakdown. I'm not talking about being a complete demon. I'm talking about you brothers who are trying to understand a certain breakdown and it can't come through. Leave it alone for the meantime, but you can't put aside the fasting, man. And the praying, you can't put those 2 aside, because that's like a spiritual hydration to you. A lot of demons out of here, man, especially in this last time, man, they are unleashing demons of all kind, especially the elite, man, they are warlock. Remember, I was talking about them being warlock, and tapping to that witchcraft on a whole another level, especially in this last time. So you need to pray and be humble and have that contrite spirit, man. See, pray to the Lord that He have mercy on you. Pray to the Lord that He have mercy on your seed if you have. Pray to the Lord that He keep you through the hour of temptation, man. You see, so I will go into my dream. I see, sorry for my rambling. You see, I go into my dream, man. Actually, I woke up not too long ago and I was listening to the elder brother here. See, and he was going to the same thing. In the end, he shall speak. What do you think he was speaking about, man? So in my dream, I was in this little room. You see, really a little room with one window facing to the east. And the outside of that window, you had people trying to grab me through that window. The one among them was Klaus Schwab. It's like when you watch movies about the zombie apocalypse, when somebody ran into a house, they were trying to reach out to grab him. It was the same thing, the same scenarios. And while they were trying to grab me, I was praying to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to deliver me, man. I was calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. And among those people who were trying to grab me, they were reaching out to grab me. It was Klaus Schwab. It was Klaus Schwab, and they were holding needles, man. So the process of grabbing me through that window was impossible. So they were trying to stick those needles through that window on my left hand. So it was kind of a struggle, man. A struggle between me and them. While I was calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, I couldn't see outside what was going on outside, but there was a lot of people, and on my right side there was another scene which was going on apart from these people who were, I think they were going crazy roaming around, man. You see, they were going crazy roaming around. You see, and you have these people who were trying to grab me. It was Klaus Schwab and other leaders. I think they were UN or whatever, man. You see, on my right side there was a podium. You see, and there was a leader. You see, I couldn't see him and know who was he really in real life. But the Spirit had in me to understand that he was from the EU Commission. He was on a great podium, you see, making a certain declaration to the masses. That's why everybody was going crazy. And again, I couldn't see what he was talking about, but I perceived in the Spirit that it was a mandatory implementation of the MOTB was being announced. Remember, you have Klaus Schwab from the Economic Forum, you have the UN beside him, you have the EU. So it was a conglomerate of nations were together in this, you see, putting out a decree. So while I was struggling with these people here, on the other side of the window, I was inside while I was praying to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai to deliver me. You see, Klaus Schwab, he was very adamant, you see, and he told me, keep on telling me, you will eventually get chipped. See, he was very confident and very demonic, man, as far as I can remember. So I was afraid, man. I was afraid because I was thinking, if these people managed to grab me here, and they had need already, remember? They had need already, man, I will be gone. You see, because, man, if you get chipped, that is it, man. So, Klaus Schwab, he continued to tell me you will eventually get chipped. So, when I woke up, you see, I was thinking about it, so the Spirit had me to think that what he means by that is they will have to just wait, because I was in this single small room. So eventually I will have to come out to find something to eat, you see, and for other social services, man. So that's why Klaus Schwab was very confident, man. You will eventually come out, man. And this also applies to all of you people, man, who don't believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Even if you go into hiding into a bunker, you will eventually come out. That's what it was really going on in my dream. You see, Klaus Schwab, was saying you will eventually come out. You will eventually go chipped, man. You see? So other things were going around outside, that announcement was going on. So I got delivered from that particular scene. See, I don't quite remember how I got delivered, but I got delivered. I woke up on another dream. So I woke up from that dream and I was on another dream. See, if you can understand, I woke up on another dream. And I don't remember what really was going on, but two things was going. I'm not quite sure. I was telling people or I was recalling another dream. Not the dream of me being forced to take the chip. Another dream. And this dream was about the lake of fire. So I woke up into another dream. I started telling people or recalling, I don't quite remember, telling people recalling about a scene I saw in another dream of the lake of fire. It was just a glimpse of it. I couldn't see the whole picture, like it was elaborate. But that fire was very fierce, man. I haven't seen a fire like that, man. It was a devouring tree, like how in the book of Revelation, man. Devouring house, man. Going to the book of 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. See, the enemy shall merit his fervent heat. Let me get that, man. See, and I will come back to the book of Revelation. See, 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, and verse 10 it says, but the day of the Lord Yahweh shall come as a thief in the night, in which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth and the work that are therein shall be burned up. That's what was going on. Everything in which that fire that fire was passing, got evaporated, man. It was easy work, man. It was everything, trees, everything in which that fire took pass, so to speak, man. It's a lack for my English. Everything got devoured, man. So that being said, let me go to the book of Revelation first. Revelation 3 and 10, because this is a very important verse here. Because thou hast kept the word of my patient, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see, behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So this World Economic Forum, the EU and the UN were trying to take my crown, man, forcing me to accept the mandatory implementation of the mark of the beast, trying to stick some needle in me. This against the book of Revelation 6. I start at verse 5, which says, and when he opened the said, I heard the said beast say, come and see. I beheld thee. No. Let me see. That's not what I really wanted. I wanted verse 9. Saraki saying, when he had opened the 50th seal, I saw on the altar the soul of them that were slain for the word of the Messiah and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, how long, O Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, whole and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? So these are brothers which are in the said heaven, man. See, their petition the Messiah to avenge us from this home, man. They say, and the white robe were given to every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest for a little season until their fellow servant, also and their brethren that should be killed as they were, should be fulfilled. That is going to Jacob trouble, man. And as a mandatory implementation of the MOTB, in which that will be the top on the chain, man. You see, that's what was going on, really, man. So if Klaus Schwab could have managed to grab me out, I could, see, through the message of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, I could have resisted, see, and only two things could have awaited me: to be put to death or get delivered again. But if Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, in my dream, I got delivered even before they laid hand on me. It said, he beheld when he had opened the sixth seal. So these things are like a cascade of events. After Jacob of trouble and the implementation of the mark of the MOTB and a complete number of the prophet will be put to death, then it becomes a third war. And they beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake that is going to a nuclear explosion, man. They will cause a great earthquake. Then the sun became black as sackcloth hair, and the moon became as blood. That's going to the mushroom clouding, you see, in which they will ascend into the stratosphere. They will block the sun and the moon, and the star of heaven fell onto the earth. I see. The stars of heaven fell onto the earth, and while I am at it, so leave alone this dream I had today. I had another dream a couple of days ago. You see. So leave alone is a dream in which I was being forced to take the chip. I woke up on another dream, and I saw another dream about the lake of fire. Leave alone this dream of today's dream. I had another dream. You see, and in the dream, you see, I was me, you see, and a couple of brothers, man. I couldn't see who really were they, but I had a couple of brothers I think it was America, really. It was America. I see. I was me and a couple of brothers. I think it was in the same thing. It was all hell was breaking loose, man, so to speak, and we were learning. We were learning and learning and learning and learning and learning. You see, I think we were escaping something. I couldn't see what we were escaping. While we were learning, all of a sudden, man, you see, while I was reading this, I recalled this dream. The scripture says, and he beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth fire, and the moon became as blood. So, while we were learning, man, I see all of a sudden a certain part of the earth began to be hit with nuclear missiles. Really, like how you see, not really see, how you read, and let's say how you see in the movie and how you read in the scripture. You see, the certain verse, and the star of heaven fell on the earth. It was like a star, huge star. So certain part of the world began to be hit with a nuclear weapon. We kept on learning. All of a sudden, the sky and the area in which we were learning started becoming red. You see, like stars were popping. It was cloudy, and the stars were popping, and all of a sudden, the whole sky became red. You see? And at that time, I stopped the brother, man. I perceived that we can't learn out of this, man. We can't outrun what was coming. You see? And we perceived that it was getting ready to rain. If I can understand. You see? Like how the apostles always tell you, man, nuclear missiles will come with information. So they were forming like a formation in the sky, man. The sky was turning red. Up until that point, I couldn't see any sign of Yahweh coming to deliver us, man. I couldn't see any chariot pop up, man. See? So, there were certain brothers who started losing faith, man. Literally. And then I started to encourage the brother we needed to call upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. So I have been thinking about this dream, man, for a while now. See, when that time comes and you see the sky turning red, because see, me speaking as a man, the process of being delivered is you will escape through the skin of your teeth, man. While the mist are about to hit down zero, then you will get delivered. So while those stars were forming, red stars were covering the whole entire sky in which we are in, we couldn't see any sign of Yahweh still. So I started encouraging the brother because we perceived that we couldn't learn out of this one, man. So we started calling the brother who couldn't give up, because certain brother gave up. The brother who couldn't give up, we started calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, Baba Kasha, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, please deliver us, Baba Kasha. We keep on repeating the same thing. You see? We keep on repeating the same thing. At the same time, the other part of the world, we were being hit with nuclear missiles. Everybody was running. You see? The only place in which was not hit at that time is the place in which we were, and I perceived to be America. So the sky was forming, man. It was about to rain. It was about to rain fire, man. So we kept on calling, not just calling, and you call and you keep quiet. We keep on calling, constantly calling upon the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. I couldn't see how we got delivered, or whatever, man. I couldn't see that part. You see, my dream ended up as calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, calling on the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. And there was other part of the dream in which the dream shifted. The dream shifted when we were in Jacob trouble before we started learning. So the dream got cut while we were in Jacob trouble, and I want to go through that. But what I can tell you is there was a lot of brothers who lost faith in Jacob trouble, and there were a lot of brothers who lost faith when they saw the stars start forming in the sky. They couldn't trust in the, and that's the thing. There were brothers particularly who started saying, just calling on this name, can we get delivered? Because it was getting spooked, man. How can we get, certain brothers were like, how can we get delivered just calling on the name Yahweh Hashem Yahshai? So that name goes a long way, man. You had the people who knew the name but couldn't believe in the name. And then you had the people who didn't know the name at all. You see? So I don't know how it will go, but you will have people who will lose faith in Jacob trouble, because I saw that scene clearly. You see? And then I was there, me and another brother, trying to see, to encourage this brother. This is not the time to lose faith, man. See, and certainly brother trying to completely to be demon, man. See, not believing in the name, man. See, and the dream I had today is the name. I was calling on the name, man. While Klaus Schwab and other people were trying to grab me, I was calling on the name. I was not speaking to Klaus Schwab that leave me alone, leave me alone. No, I was calling the name of Yahweh Hashem Shai. So while I was reading this, I remembered that other dream about Yoshi. You see, I saw the stars of heaven forming, man. It was about to rain heavy on America. So the today dream is I woke up from that dream. I had another dream, the scenes of the lake of fire. If you can put this dream together, you see. So I say, and the kings, I say, and the heaven departed the scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their place. And the king of the earth, and a great man, rich man, and the chief captain, and a mighty man, and every bondman and every free man hid himself in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and they said to the mountains, a rock fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So that's what she really told, man. That was the other dream about Odoshi, how I was being in America. That I had that dream a long time ago. But the dream I had there is I was being forced to take the chip and the UN and the World Economic Forum together and the EU. In my dream, they declared the mandatory implementation of the mark of the beast, and everybody was in it. I couldn't see America saying that let us come together to go against the World Economic Forum. No, because you are leader in league with the World Economic Forum. They are in league with the UN. They are in league with the EU. You see, I think you quite saw from the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. You saw the UN. The UN have power, man. And you have the United Security Council also. You have the European Union Commission. Like now, as we speak, the European Union Commission is forcing this is small country like Serbia, Australia, and this Yugoslavia and whatever to go along with the sanction against Russia, even though they will hurt the economy. So this big conglomerate of nations, they have a lot of power. You see, and then in my dreams, there's the one who pushed this mark, man. So she shall say shalom. I hope you brothers are edified. On to the next.